Hello, boys and girls. Mr. Palast here. Got another great one for you. I'm so excited to share it with you. So we always talk about, authors. Bob Hartman. We really enjoyed The Wolf Who Cried Boy. And so anytime I find a story that I absolutely love, I look for the author's name. And Bob Hartman, I went to my local library and I found other books that he wrote. And this one's called The Three Billy Goats Stuff. Very similar to Three Billy Goats Gruff, if you've ever read that one about them living underneath the bridge. This one's a Three Billy Goats Stuff, and it's by Bob Hartman, who we love. So let's see what he has to tell us about today. And it might have to do something with bullying, which we can all relate to. Okay. Troll sat under the climbing frame, waiting. A little rabbit wandered by, so Troll jumped out and roared, "I'm big and I'm tough. I don't want to get rough, so reach in your pocket and give me your stuff." The little rabbit shivered and shook. He emptied his pockets into Troll's greedy hands, and then hopped fast to the far end of the playground. Troll looked at the stuff and smiled. 2 bars of chocolate, a couple of coins, and a stick of gum. "Not bad," he thought. Then he dumped the stuff into his giant lunchbox and crawled back under the climbing frame. He'd been doing this all year, ever since his parents had moved him to the traditional Academy for Small Furry Animals and the Odd Mythical Creature. And because he was by far the biggest student in the school, no one had dared tell on him. The other pupils tried to stay as far away as possible, but Troll just moved from one piece of the playground equipment to the other to catch them out. And then there were always the new students. Goat was new, and when Troll saw him trotting towards the climbing frame, he could hardly contain his glee. "Look at that scrawny neck, those scrawny legs, and that ridiculous briefcase," said Troll with a grin. "This one looks like a perfect pushover." Troll leaped out from under the climbing frame and roared, "I'm big and I'm tough. I don't want to get rough, so reach in your pocket and give me your stuff." Goat was terrified. From horn to hoof and back again, he quivered and shivered and shook. But his trembling reply was not what Troll had expected to hear. "No," said Goat. "I may be the new kid, and I may be nervous, but you can not have my stuff." Then he peeped into his briefcase. "I only have 9 pennies in here," he said. "And Mother says I should save them so I can buy my big brother a birthday present." "Your brother?" grunted Troll. "Yes," replied Goat. "He's bigger than me, and his briefcase is bigger too. He'll be along any minute. Why not ask him for his stuff?" And without waiting for a reply, Goat clip-clopped nervously to the other side of the playground. Troll was shocked and surprised and confused. No one had ever said no before, but if Goat's brother had more than just a few pennies, then perhaps it was worth the wait. So he crawled back under the climbing frame. He didn't have to wait long. In no time, Goat's big brother skipped into the playground. He looked just the same. Same scrawny neck, same scrawny legs, but his briefcase was indeed bigger, and that made Troll happy. So Troll leaped out from under the climbing frame and roared, "I'm big and I'm tough. I don't want to get rough. So reach in your pocket and give me your stuff." Goat's bigger brother trembled too, from horn to hoof and back again. But once again, Troll was surprised by his reply. "No," said Goat's bigger brother. "I may not be new. I may be new, and I may be nervous, but you cannot have my stuff." Then he too peeped into his briefcase. "I only have 19 pennies," he said, "and a little notebook. But my big brother should be along any minute, and he has loads and loads of money and lots of other stuff." "There's another brother?" cried the Troll. "Oh, yes," said Goat. "Bigger brother, and he has the biggest briefcase of all." "All right, then," grumbled Troll. "I'll wait for him." So Goat's big brother skipped away to the other side of the playground, and Troll climbed back under the climbing frame. Again, he didn't have to wait for long. In no time, Goat's biggest brother walked across the playground. He was much taller than the other two, but otherwise looked just the same. Same scrawny neck, same scrawny legs, and the biggest briefcase of all. Troll leaped out from under the climbing frame and roared, "I'm big and I'm tough. I don't want to get rough. So reach in your pocket and give me your stuff." Goat's biggest brother looked down at Troll, but he did not quiver, he did not shiver, he did not even shake. His horns and his hooves stayed perfectly still, and when he gave his reply, there was not even a hint of nervousness. So he said calmly, "I don't think so." "And why not?" roared Troll. "Because all you've got in your stupid briefcase are 9 pennies and notebooks and neckties and noodles, and I'm supposed to wait until your bigger brother comes along?" "No," said Goat's biggest brother, even more calmly, "because I'm the new head teacher here, and we have some talking to do." Then he marched Troll to the school office. At once, a cheer rose from the playground, and later that day, Troll was forced to open his giant lunchbox and return everybody's stuff. Troll's parents were so embarrassed they decided to move away. They wanted to make it harder for their son to be a bully and found them a new school, Mrs. Ragweed's Academy for Giants, Ogres, and Other Troll-Sized Creatures. And they found themselves a nice new home under a bridge. But then that's another story. Or is it? The 3 Billy Goat stuff, and now we have 2 Bob Hartman books to add to our classroom library. Again, really pay attention to the authors here, boys and girls. Again, if you find a story that you really enjoy, most likely you'll find another story from that author that is fantastic. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you soon.